Welcome, everyone, to Arlington, Texas at AT&T Stadium, site of this year's Goodyear Cotton Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive and keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, LSU Tigers, taking on the number 9 seed in the playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff semifinal. Which team will keep their national championship hopes alive today? The kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. Fielded in the end zone. It's Graham. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Guys up front lined up. It's first down. To start the drive with a quick throw to the left side.
We see this all over the country now in college football. Defensive backs staying back a little bit deeper, forcing the quarterback to have to throw things in front. I like the decision here by the quarterback because he gets positive yards. It's a good way of staying ahead of the chains.
The game makes it second and medium. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Ball carrier brought down, but a flag's on the field. Let's check out this call. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Getting set. Here's second down. Using his legs. It's Rhodes. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it. So here we go now. 3rd and inches on this opening drive. Can he get there on the ground? Stopped short of the 25, but it's enough to move the sticks.
Boy, the defense misses out on an opportunity to get off of the field. They got the offense to 3rd down, and they just weren't able to prevent them from converting.
The Buckeyes will have 1st and 10 here. And the wideout goes in motion. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. An effective play. Good for a first down at the 35.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Buckeyes pick up enough yardage to move the sticks. They're going to run it. And he's brought down, but there is a flag on the field. Let's check out this call. See if the offense can overcome that holding penalty. It's not the way you want to start. First down and 20 now. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Running back grabs it on the screen. And he He never had a chance tackled in the backfield.
This is not how you draw it up as an offensive coordinator. You get a first down play, and you go backwards. Now you're behind the sticks, and that play just never seemed to have much of a chance at all.
After the first down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 17. Offense looking to throw the ball. Fired into a tight window and picked off. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And the defense joins the party with a pick 6.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, the defense could not have written a better script than this. First drive of the game, not only do you come up with a pick, but you spot your offense 6 points right away. I wouldn't be surprised if they tell their offense, just sit back and take it easy, fellas.
Now the try here for the extra point. PAT is good, so it's 7-0. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Receiver makes the grab. He's marked out of bounds after an excellent game, but there is a flag on the field. This one might be coming back. Second down play coming up. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Makes a quick grab. Tackled there by the defense.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
And the returner will be brought down. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Takes the handoff. It's Johnson. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. You're right. He shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
The junior able to bring him down quickly. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Using his legs here. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage. Oh, a big decision here very early. They're going to go for it on their own side of the 50 on the first possession. Here we go, 4th down. They'll try to run for it. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a 4th down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
They'll run it from the gun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. They don't block the defensive end. He shows some quickness, Kurt, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Quick throw complete to the tight end. But he's hammered by the linebacker. What a hit.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice game.
Offense moving closer to the line to gain after that catch. A pop pass on the jet sweep. He's tackled inside the 35 and picks up a 1st down.
A nice little simple touch pass here by the quarterback, getting the ball out to the receiver who's in motion. Look, that doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down. And no offense is ever going to say no to moving the chains.
The Buckeyes with 1st and 10 here. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Makes a quick catch. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain.
Man-to-man coverage, you run the drag route. You'd prefer to get the ball downfield, but the matchup called for at least some positive yards underneath, and he makes a nice throw.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. Here's the handoff. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Well, Chris, this is going to set up a big 3rd down now for this offense. They're down early in the game with all the hype and the pressure on a playoff game. You don't want to dig yourselves too big of a hole. They got to keep this drive alive, so they need to convert right here.
A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Oh, it's tipped to the line and intercepted. Going the other way, can they stop him? Inside the 20. Gonna take it all the way in. Pick 6. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, the key there is the defender gets his hands on the football, just knocks it up in the air. At that point, it's a free ball. Anybody can get it. But the concentration to come down with the interception and then the speed to be able to take it into the end zone. Just great focus and concentration.
The kick sails through, so the lead is 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Bringing it out, it's Graham. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. They moved the ball in the last possession, but a devastating end of the drive, a pick 6. And they recover from that right now. Tackled right at the 30, good enough to move the sticks.
You know, Chris, what a great run here. You think about Ohio State, you think lately about those NFL-ready wide receivers. But we all know it starts with their running games, all those great backs they've had over the years.
That run picks up first down yardage, a fresh set of downs for this offense. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
That completion makes it second down. Direct snap to the back. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
It's third down for the offense. They've got him, but not before he makes a first down at the 41.
Great job here by this offense being able to convert. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole. They're down here early in this game. And with all this hype, the last thing you want to do is have to punt the ball. Come up with a conversion, keep your rhythm, keep your momentum, stick to your playbook. Good job here. Now let's see if they can keep that rhythm going.
The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. The shotgun running play call. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Finds his man. It's Graham. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Important third down play coming up after that completion. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Receiver looks it in. It's complete.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
4th down and 2 in their own territory. Coach shows no hesitation. The offense is on the field. Good throw to the right, looking for the first down. Your head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
Boy, that conversion right there was an absolute dart by the quarterback, hitting his receiver, and the ball comes out that fast to put so much pressure on the defense to locate the football, let alone trying to get their hands on it.
Looking to throw yet again. Taking a shot here. Here's a wide open receiver, complete. They finally get him down, but an explosive play. The offense in business now at the 24. The Buckeyes looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Quarterback will throw it off the run-pass option. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time.
Man, where's the scouting report for this defense? You knew coming into this game this tight end was capable. That's his 5th catch in this first half.
Can they convert on third down to keep this drive rolling? They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. He's got some room. Can he get there? Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeyes. That kind of execution on a long drive, that's why this team made it in college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with a pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do. They made it look easy.
And the extra point was up and good. Now they get set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. The last possession, they came up empty, went for it on fourth down in their end and got stopped. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Looking to pass here on second down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time, and now third down coming up.
A lot of times college football, the game comes down to just a play or two, and that's a missed opportunity by this offense. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to come back to that same play in the second half.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on third and long. And the quarterback dropping back, throws it to the right. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down.
If I'm this defense, you get these guys to third down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage roll to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
First down, looking to throw the football. Misses the receiver, incomplete. Here's the second down play. On the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. He's tackled just short of the midfield line at the 49.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Looking to make a play deep downfield. He's picked for a third time tonight. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Well, this guy obviously did what he needed to do to get himself ready for this game. It's a favorable matchup. He's got a lot of confidence. He's already come up with 2 interceptions in this game alone. Locked in on what he needs to do to be in position and making plays for this defense.
And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
That sack sets up a second down and long. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. And the quarterback finds the tight end for the completion. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage yet.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here,
looking for a deep completion. Catch made down inside the 20. Touchdown, LSU. Strong game by this quarterback.
You know, we're seeing more and more of this in college football. Guys in that slot that got the ability to get downfield vertically. It's a mismatch if you have the right guy. This time they get the matchup that they want, hit it for a big one.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with a touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. Fielded in the end zone. It's Graham. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Turns on the speed. Still going. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Ohio State. They'll stroll into the end zone. A kick return for a touchdown in a playoff game. This stadium has come alive.
How badly does this guy and this unit want to get to the national championship? This is huge and a game-changing moment that I think we may be looking back at as a turning point in the game. Great blocks and great speed there for the touchdown.
The extra point is good. We're down by a touchdown, 21-14. So the offense gets momentum, scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. Interesting position here. How aggressive do they get to try to add to this lead before halftime? Handoff from the shotgun. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He'll take a deep shot. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge game, but he could not collect it.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Pass is incomplete. He caught it, but couldn't get his feet down. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. And here comes the punter onto the field. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. Time running down, just one play left here in the half. And looking to throw now on first down. Running out of time in the pocket. They can't come up with it there, and that's going to do it. Time runs out in the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. Buckeyes will kick it off to begin the second half. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. First play of the second half is a handoff. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
They'll run this play from the pistol formation. Handoff in a single back formation. Tackle made on the play at the 29-yard line. This offense continues to roll. We wondered, would this defense come up with some answers at halftime? Not on that play.
No, they've tried to make every adjustment they can. This offense has been very impressive with the way they're able to keep this ball on the ground, churning out big yards. I think they're gaining more confidence, really, as this game goes on.
It's a run to the left. They tackle him right at the 35-yard line. The offense going with the hurry up. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Powerful running into the secondary. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the +47.
Well, these are the type of runs that begin to wear down your defense psychologically. Already have the lead, come out with a nice big gain, and this defense is thinking, oh no, here we go again. Really nice statement here to get this second half started.
And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
And you throw an out route against man coverage, and it puts a premium on a receiver who can set up the defensive back to be able to still have room to get to the outside and be timed up with a quarterback. That was great execution.
Fires it to the wideout, and he pulls in the catch.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. The pickup is 5 yards, so it's 2nd down and 5.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. Physical run earns the 1st down. The defense backed up against their own end zone. 1st and goal, they'll try to run it in. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Kirk, they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and you reach the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
And the point after is good. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Bringing it out, it's Graham. And they stop him at the 11. Not good field position to start the drive. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. Grab down the middle. It's Rhodes. Brought down, but broke the tackle to produce a solid gain there.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progression. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down into the flat, and picks up some positive yards.
And on the carry, he's heading left. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the 2nd and 3rd-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
3rd down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the 3rd quarter. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down.
Just not a lot of room there on the RPO on 3rd down for the offense. Give the defense a lot of credit. They sat back initially, and then they overcommitted to stop that running game, and it worked out.
The offense stays on the field. The coach is going to go for it on 4th and 2 in his own territory. Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. Fights off a defender. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a 4th down play, and they will take over on downs now.
Chris, I understand being down a couple scores. It's 4th down. You've got good field position. Hey, let's keep this drive alive. I understand why you go for it. Unfortunately, not able to execute it. This could cost him the ball game.
How's this for starting field position? 1st and goal from the 2. Or it's snapped to the back. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. With the PAT, it's a 3-touchdown lead, 35-14. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Last time they gambled and lost. Went for it in 4th down in their territory and got stopped. They bring him down right at the 20.
That's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe...
Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. 3rd down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
Check out this decision. They're going to go for it on 4th and very long. The quarterback making some changes at the line. Trying for a 4th down completion. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. They've got him, but he easily makes the 1st down, and this drive keeps going.
Chris, it's a great example of the awareness for both sides of the ball. The offense knowing where the 1st down marker is on 4th and long, and they're able to get to it. But the defense also has to know. They got to prevent the receiver from getting to the marker. They're unable to do it here.
The Buckeyes starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Pocket breaking down. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
Chris, what a shock, right? Come to an LSU game and you see a defensive lineman overwhelm an offensive lineman and come up with a big sack. When was the last time you didn't see LSU have defensive linemen who can make life difficult for quarterbacks and offensive linemen? Because I can't. They always have big boys who are athletic to make life difficult in that backfield.
This offense faces a 2nd and 15. The O-line needs to regroup. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Urgency now for the offense. They'd hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Receiver makes the catch. Gets into space at the 50. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert, come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. He finds his man. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their first timeout. Second down after that previous play. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. And looking for a big play here. Oh, and he cannot hold on. A chance at a 4th interception by this defense here today. Does bring up 4th down.
Boy, it looked like the quarterback had everything that he needed there. Had great protection. Receiver ran a nice route. Just not able to convert there on that 3rd down. Let's see what their decision is on 4th down coming up.
Crucial play. Down double digits in the second half. They're going to go for it on 4th down. There's the handoff. And he picks up the first down. Tackled at the 32.
It makes sense going for it here. You're kind of in that no man's land depending on how much faith you have in your kicker. And if you don't get it, your opponent still has a ways to go. Now you pick it up and you can go get a touchdown.
This defense just cannot get off the field. The long march moves on. Handoff here from the shotgun. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. On the handoff, they'll test the right side here. There's the tackle, but 1st down yardage. So what guys looking to crank up the tempo a bit. And then 1st down, right back to the running game. Defensive fans getting frustrated. Offense continues to march. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Just great job by this defense defending this RPO. They sat back and then they overcommitted to stop the run game, and it works out.
Come up on third down. Solid drive. Defense trying to get off the field here.
Get set.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And the play goes nowhere. Picked up about a yard. It'll be fourth down.
Well, it seemed like the offense is trying to throw some kind of misdirection with that run there. But give credit to the defense. They were prepared for anything, and they swallowed that running back up. Nice defensive stand.
The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. Looking for his big tight end. And it's incomplete. The defense makes a fourth down stop.
What a great job by this defense, really all game long. It's very fitting. Here we are now in the fourth quarter. On a fourth down play, they step up yet again. Now you give the ball to your own offense, you work that clock, and you seal victory.
Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum. Can the defense make adjustments? Come up with a stop here. They stop him right at the 24.
Well, the offense goes with a counter play here, and the defense does a pretty good job of slowing it down. Again, you got to be disciplined on defense. Just when you think they're running on the front side, they run that counter play, and you better be home on the back side.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. On the run here. Lets it go. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
After the incompletion, they'll come to the line with 3rd and 1. It is intercepted. Brought down after a short return at the 20 to snuff out the scoring threat in the red zone.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. Last possession, they were stopped on 4th down, but it didn't cost them anything. And they put together something here. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And this defense has had a great game today. Fourth quarter, they've done a nice job of taking the run game completely away, making it a lot easier to zero in on that quarterback in the pass game.
Important second down play coming up. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Tackled way behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose 7 yards.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure a defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take a lead in this game at some point.
Had a nice drive going here, but now it's 3rd down and long. From the gun, he looks for an open man. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a... quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on 4th down. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Needs a completion here on 4th down. That's caught. It's Graham. Can he reach the end zone? And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
PAT cuts it to a 14-point game, 35-21. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. It's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Chris, good job here on that stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all 3 to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
Defense is coming after him. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete. Offense will try to convert a 3rd and long from the 27. We'll see if the defense brings the blitz. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Hit as he released it. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the 3rd down pressure works.
Hey, I understand the aggressive approach here on 3rd down and long, trying to pick up the 1st down, but look at the scoreboard. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter. Smart play would have been to keep running the football, work the clock, force them to use their timeouts. Now at 4th down and long with the lead. Tough decision here. I think you got to punt it away.
4th down, look at the throw for it. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Touchdown, LSU. This quarterback on fire today.
Oh, this is how you start to get rolling. That's 2 touchdowns so far, and the more he gets fed, the more often he's going to cash in.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Fields it just outside the goal line. To be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Getting set up. It's a 1st down play. Receiver in motion now. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Looking for his big tight end. Another pick. Wow, that's the 4th tonight. That's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Looking to scramble. And he'll just get rid of it.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
And he'll drop back here on third down. He bought some time, now lets it go. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. To stretch the lead, the route is on. How important was that touchdown, Kirk? It's now a two-possession game here in the second half.
It's a great job of this offense with their execution and having situational awareness here in the second half. They now have, as you said, Chris, this two-possession lead. They got a great chance to finish it off and get a win.
Automatic in the PAT. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Graham. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. The interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Well, the defense loads up to show blitz, and anytime they bring that kind of pressure, the quarterback knows he's got to be able to get the ball out of his hands quickly. Nice job of locating the tight end for that first down.
First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down. Second down here. Time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. Sideline route, but he's out of bounds before the first down marker. And that's the 2-minute warning here. This offense desperate to cut into this lead and then try to get the football back. An important third down attempt for this offense. Back in motion now. In the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for. And the clock winding down, they'll take a deep shot. Deep shot caught down inside the 20. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, you can tell that this play caller, the offense coordinator, he's thinking about the future. He wants to see how his quarterback and how this offense wants to compete when this game's out of reach. He's going to be very happy with the result of this play.
Point after, up and good. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. This has been a tremendous performance by this team. Now just the finishing touches. Run out the clock and let the party begin. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Handoff as they try to work the clock here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order in this play. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. The pass is dropped. Incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Boy, Chris, what a hit there on that third down play by the defensive back. If he doesn't make that play, that's probably a first down, and they move the sticks. Instead, we've now got fourth down.
He's going to take another shot right here. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Touchdown, Tigers. And the route is on. Well, a touchdown to a wide open man. What in the world was going on the defensive side of that?
Wow, what was the defense thinking here? You can't let a player roam free like that. They just completely forgot about him and gifted him a touchdown.
No problem with PAT right down the middle. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Tackle made at the 29, so he picks up about 4 yards by bringing it out of the end zone. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. They need a miracle. A couple of them here in the last couple minutes. Down big. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
You bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid game.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again. We can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him.
And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
Gives it to the back. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Just another example of this offense, Chris, doing pretty much whatever they want to do. They've been able to run the football. Offensive lines held their own in pass protection. Quarterbacks had an outstanding day. You add all that up, it's a big reason why they're up by such a wide margin.
Well, that's a great performance in the pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship, that says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically. They get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.